Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6:30 edition. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here, and the third stimulus package could be here next week. We continually hear about the third stimulus package bill, but have yet to see it. And the push is underway for the purple power for 3 items in the stimulus package. Hashtag FPUC retro, hashtag MSC, and hashtag SS200. In this video, I go over why those pushes, and I go over the deliciousness of the third stimulus package. Meantime, I go over the confusion that has been circulating about the third stimulus package from a series of incorrect news reports in broadcast news and even other channels to make sure you understand what tax credits are and how they implicate and help you under the third stimulus package. Let's get ready to rock and roll. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE. It's Sunday. Did you crush the weekend? Well, the one more day to crush the weekend. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. And I'm really excited for you because finally everyone is focused on getting the moolah and focused on facts. That outside of the universe of this channel, it's becoming a little bit of fake news. In this video, I explain what's going on and how we have to keep focused on facts. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because this is a channel that doesn't give you strange UFO information. I give you the real facts. Also, like this video, and if you've not become a member, become a member. Purple Power, Purple Hawk, or Calcino VIP. The member link is in the top of this video, in the pinned comment, and also in the description tab. And over there is an instant premiere. You can chat with your Purple Power buddies, interact, and discuss third stimulus in this video. In this video, I'm going to go over what happened in the last 24 hours that caused so much confusion and fake narrative about something that's actually not good and was actually something that already existed. Just as if I couldn't see something more bizarre. It just shocks me by the minute. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that there's currently on the books, on the laws, on the tax code, an earned income credit and a child tax credit. They're actually existing laws. And the child tax credit says that when you file a tax return, you can get a child tax credit on your return. If you have all zeros, then it would trigger a refund. Nothing new. It's been around. It didn't just start this weekend. Well, this weekend, one of the major newspapers thought, oh, let's take that existing tax code and make it sound like it's a breaking news report. Oh, what? So under the third stimulus package, President Joe Biden is proposing to take that existing tax code and just grow the number a little bit, make it a little bit larger. Pretty easy, just make the number larger. And then make the eligibility of children 1 year older to 17. They're not current, it doesn't include 17. Pretty easy, you got it. More money, including another age of kids. Very simple. $3,600 or $3,000, depending on the age of the kid. Very simple. $3,600. So what did the news report say? Joe Biden is proposing to send out $300 a month from the IRS to kids. What? No, he's not. No, he's not. And in fact, if he was, that would be worse than what I just told you. A tax... I can't believe I'm reporting this. A tax credit means that when you file a tax return in February, if you are eligible for a tax refund of $3,600, you get the tax refund in about March. Isn't that nice? In March, you get $3,600. The news article said, Joe Biden's proposing a great thing by paying you the same amount of money over 12 months. No, that's worse. That means it takes 12 months to get $3,600. Why is this better? Apparently, Larry Kudlow's calculator is now has now reached some of the major news outlets. It was actually incorrect news. First of all, Joe Biden's not proposing that. The second, the IRS would never send out checks every month. IRS doesn't send out checks. Treasury sends out checks. And third, why would sending out checks over time as opposed to sending out credits that are due when you file a tax return be done. Never in the history of mankind have we ever had where tax credits are paid over time back to you. If you're eligible for a tax refund, you'll get the tax refund when you're eligible for a tax refund. Oh, needless to say, the article is so ridiculously bizarro and wacko that some other channels thought, you know what, I'll take that and sort of run it as you're getting multiple stimulus checks. What? So now we went from incorrect news to now we're getting multiple stimulus checks. Well, it's sort of like reverse Purple Power. It's like Purple Power currently has 3 campaigns. MSC, because there are no multiple stimulus checks. FPUC Retro and SS200. Well, someone thought it'd be good to say, hey, you are getting multiple stimulus checks, so Purple Power has no purpose. No, there is no multiple stimulus checks in the third stimulus package. Let's check the news again. So, I don't know. And that's where the confusion started. The confusion continued throughout the week where people thought that $1,400, the third stimulus check amount, was already going out. No. And then people thought that the SSI, SSDI, $200 a month that goes on top of your existing benefits, was already a bill, is in the third stimulus package, and is about to be paid. No, no, and no. Now, this is where I brought it back a notch. In the video before this, we're saying it's not only not being paid now, but it's not even in the current bill proposal. And so suddenly it went from all the way from not even in a bill to suddenly it's in the mail? Hold up. Let's recap. The third stimulus package, none of the items of the third stimulus package are law yet. The bill is not bill yet in public form. But the good news is that because the bill is not in public form and has not been introduced, we are ripe as a Purple Power to step up and say, hey, let's consider these items even though they appear not to be in your proposal. What appears not to be in the proposal? FPUC at $600 a week. Well, they were in the transition papers and the campaign papers. We elected Joe Biden based upon his promise to pay $600 a week of FPUC, which is what Nancy Pelosi said all of 2020. She specifically said she was rejecting $400 a week every single time it was offered to her by a Republican counterpart. But Joe Biden actually put it in his transition papers. He's paying you $600 a week of FPUC. Not so, says Janet Yellen last Monday. She says only $400 a week. Then Joe Biden said it was always going to be retro. And his proposal for the third stimulus package, he said, you know what, I'll leave it up to Congress. Not so, said Janet Yellen last Monday. She said it's only going forward. It's not retro. No bueno. We were promised FPUC retro. We were promised multiple stimulus checks, a stimulus check every month until the pandemic's over. And what happened to them? The person who promised them got elected and suddenly they disappeared. No bueno. So that's why the hashtag MSC, hashtag FPUC retro, and hashtag SS200 are the campaigns, once again, of the returning Purple Power. Understand, you were promised multiple stimulus checks not just by Joe Biden, but by every politician in Congress. The first stimulus package was to pay a stimulus check for March, April, May. They took out April, May when they went to final draft form and said, you know what, we'll get to those other checks later. That was going to be $1,200, $1,200, $1,200. March, April, May. Guess what? That's $3,600. 3 checks, $1,200. Simple math, huh? $1,200, $1,200, $1,200. Guess what Joe Biden wants you to end the pandemic with? You're supposed to start in March and end the pandemic with what amount? $3,200. Wait, did I say that right? Yes, $3,200. He doesn't even want you to end the pandemic with $3,600. He wants you to get less than what they're going to offer you in March for 3 months. He wants you to go from March to September of this year, March of last year to September this year at $3,200. Sound crazy? It is crazy. Now, ultimately, we don't go negative on this channel, but we do not roll over. There's a difference between the two. We push, but we don't go negative. This is an issue of pushing. FPUC retro, the issue of pushing is very clear. MSC, the issue is even more obvious. What is going on here? And I know I'm not a god to Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer said no less than 3 weeks ago there's a $2,000 stimulus check in the third stimulus package. He said there's a $2,000 stimulus check in the third stimulus package, plus the Cash Act, which was the Fix-It bill. The Fix-It bill, it's called a Fix-It bill. It's not called a stimulus check bill, it's called a Fix-It bill. To fix the second stimulus check. which was only $600. To fix the $600 from December, they were supposed to give you an additional $1,400, which brings you to $2,000. Okay. Suddenly the fix-it is the only thing we're getting? Suddenly the fix-it for last year's bill, $600 to add $1,400 on top of it. That's all we're getting? We're not getting the $2,000 for this year? No bueno. Even AOC said that was crazy. Now, I want you to understand this. The third stimulus package has some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff in there. And you have been a great viewer over recent days with going from this understanding about a tax credit to this understanding, from this understanding of that you don't qualify for anything to going to this understanding you qualify for multiple things. Let's go over some of these multiple things. If you remember, let's pull out that PDF. If you are hazard pay, you qualify for at least 2 items, but there's 3 items of hazard pay. Public sector hazard pay, private sector hazard pay, and earned income tax credit for hazard pay workers. 2 items for you, 3 items total. Business people, 2 items for you. Business grants for existing businesses, business loans for new business. You can get both of them. You qualify for 2 items. Parents, you qualify for a lot. You qualify for child tax credit, daycare tax credit, child care tax credit, and also paid sick leave at the child's home because the school's closed and you had to stay home from work to take care of the kid. That's 4 items for parents. And finally, low income. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits. You qualify for rent, utilities, food, and PEBT, and also childcare, and also internet. 6 items. 6 items of stimulus for one group that you may be in, but you may qualify for multiple groups. You may be on SSI and SSDI, but also have a kid. Or you may have a kid, but also own a business. So suddenly you see you could qualify for maybe 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 items. There's a lot of stimulus in here for everyone. Ultimately, I want you to be main focus on what you qualify for. The concept of Purple Hawk is very clear. You want to hawk, be ready to pounce and get as much stimulus as you can. A Purple Hawk doesn't just sit around, just take 1 item. It's like, I like that 1 item, I'm done. No, a hawk is ready to take every item the hawk can take. This item, that item, this item, this item, that item. Purple Hawk wants to keep on taking items until he's exhausted or she is exhausted all the universal possibilities. If the hawk sees 20 items in front of them, or 22 as you see on the PDF, the hawk looks and sees, how many items can I get from the stimulus package that I'm eligible for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You count them up and you get them. You take that PDF and you go down the list. I qualify for, qualify. You make your notes, say, I listen to LALATE, I qualify for 6 or 7. And that's how you get the most money out of a stimulus package. The antithesis of a Purple Hawk, of course, is a donut guy. Donut guy doesn't want to do anything. He says, I just want the check. Give me the check, the $1,400 or whatever it is, adult dependent, $3,200. That's all I want. I don't want to do any work. Okay, here's your $1,400. While the Purple Hawks could be getting $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 because they got the stimulus check and all the other things. That's the contrast. This coming week, you're going to see the push to modify and push and negotiate and argue the provisions of the third stimulus package. And ultimately, you're going to see confusing and fake narratives across the board, like what I started this video with the claim that, there's multiple stimulus checks in this package. There is not. Understand that the word economic impact payment means stimulus check. Unless it says economic impact payment, it's not a stimulus check. This is a stimulus check. Unemployment, not a stimulus check. SNAP, not a stimulus check. Rent, not a stimulus check. Earned income tax credit, not a stimulus check. Any tax credit, not a stimulus check. A stimulus check is a stimulus check. But everything else, part of the stimulus package that could pay you a lot more than a stimulus check. That's how you stay focused, that's how you stay informed, and that's how you stay on point. Finally, if you hear something in this video and you're still a little bit uncertain, refer to the PDF. Earned income tax credit. Line 1 says, if you work and That's why you read a PDF. Because if you're listening, they're like, do I qualify for that earned income credit? I'm retired. Well, if you look at the first line of the sentence, it says, if you work, and it clearly says it's for people who work. So you're excluded from that. That's how things are made very basic and very informative on this channel. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcedo VIP by clicking the link in the top of this video or in the pinned comment. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay smiling. And I will see you next on Morning to LALATE at 8:30 a.m. Have a great Sunday morning.